Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars week 92, day 5. So today of course we got ourselves a yellow Guild War day, as well as more importantly the Vault event that's still going on, still the rest of today and tomorrow, still plenty of time, pretty much have half the event left, or about half, a little bit less than half, but still a very sizable amount of time. Of course, we've gotten over 100 Vault keys so far, and we shall be continuing, though we are starting to run a little low on verses, so we're definitely going to need to start with a bit of verse farming when we do that. However, of course, we'll be starting with Guild Wars first, and gosh, are we blocked on 2s right now? We'd have 12 if we weren't blocked on 2. But yeah, every single 2 now is going to be a verse, and there's all of our pities. I always keep clicking there thinking that it's something, and it's like, nope, it's just pity keys. A lot of pity keys, though. And I don't think we had anything good on adventure board, did we? No, just a gem key. Singular gem key. Still worth going for, though. That's one whole redeem code right there. Plus the next mythic coming out, pretty good. If you haven't already farmed up some keys for it, I would advise doing so. It's coming out this Friday, October 1st, which happens to be this Friday, which is kind of convenient. But yeah, we're getting a really good Uber Doom Skull mythic. The first Uber Doom Skull troop in the game as well. So we'll be getting that in a week from now. Or technically at this point, 6 days from now. But anyways, let's start off with Yellow Guild War Day. And we'll go from there. We already finished out World Event. We did indeed win yesterday. Not by much, but we did indeed win. Today looks a little sketchy, though. So I might have to farm a little bit more than usual tonight, since it would make a bit more sense to do it now than tomorrow, because we might not have enough to actually get it. Actually, then again, we're within striking distance. 3 people do their battles. We're actually winning right now. It doesn't look like we're winning, but we're actually winning. I just need the rest of my guild to do their battles, as well as myself. But, if we get 3 9,000s, assuming no one loses, or is somewhere around there, let's say 8,000. That's 24,000. 24,000 brings us to 8,000 more than them. So yeah, even if we have 1 person win, 2 people lose, that's still way past them by like a whole person. So yeah, even though we're losing right now, we're actually winning. Where are they on leaderboard? Because we're technically above them right now. They are in 2nd place. Interesting. Maybe they're just struggling a little bit more with us. Because, yeah, we're pretty much higher than them. If we ever actually get everyone to do their battles. We're not behind on any other ones either, just today. Okay, anyways, let's go do our thing then. So, of course, we got Yellow Guild War for today. I believe I have changed my yellow team to Weaver. And after yesterday, I think you guys know why. Haha. Oh no, we actually changed it to, oh yeah, we're gonna stick with this. We changed back to Divinish Ball of Quillen, which is one of the stronger combos for Yellow Day. We were building around this for a while in the past, but then I ended up changing, and then we ended up changing back. And, yeah, I'm actually fine with this. We'll stick with this. It's actually a pretty fun team. Divinish Ball of Quillen, trying to be built out of pure yellow. We'll roll with this. This actually covers every color too, doesn't it? Oh, except for blue. Well, we have the minus on the banner, so it's fine. Yeah, we'll stick with this. This is perfectly fine. Okay, so before we do, I definitely need to change up my banners, however, because we need skull spam. Extra magic is not that useful. So we need to either cleanse or, oh yeah, what are we up against? What we set is actually dependent on what on earth we're up against. Because if we need cleanse, we'll just go all in on cleanse, otherwise we'll go 3 seasons if we don't need cleanse. Against this team, you kind of don't need cleanse. You might want to have cleanse if you're running like a really heavy magic team. The only thing it really has is Death Mark, unless we get super unlucky, which, you know, we're going to, but unless we get super unlucky, there isn't really much status effects we'll do on that team. And I'd rather have the highest damage pressure. Oh yeah, I don't even need my thingies anymore. I'll go replace this one. Because we don't need those event medals anymore since the guild ended up finishing out the event. No, we do not want any of that junk. But technically that 200 orb can be okay. The problem is there's only a 15% chance that will give you something better than what you paid into it, which is very bad because there's a, instead of looking at a 85%, or sorry, a 15% chance of being good, it has an 85% chance of being bad. So if you do that, there's an 85% chance you will get less loot than what you put into it, which obviously makes it not worth going for. If it was the other way around, then yeah, we'd go for it every time. But 85% chance it'll give you something worth less than 200 gems, since the blue orb is quite literally the only drop that would be worth it. Anyways, let's go to Guild Wars now. We set our medals. Good to go. Let's go get a perfect score. Let's go see a 9,600 today. This is definitely a team that can do 9,600. Let's double check one last time that it is indeed a yellow day. Even though we're in pure black today. I can't wear a yellow shirt and get green screen too hard. Good old green screen. What do I even take here? We'll take that over for now. We'll take that. Weird situation. Biggest issue here is he's about to double true damage us, and I have no way out of it. Look, I want to skull distract him here. The problem is the amount of mana I'm about to get is not enough to do anything. I'm gonna do this so I could try to take brown next turn, actually. Oh, I can't take that one brown, though. Or can I? How bad would that be? I would give him 5 times purple. I'd give him his true damage up quite a bit quicker. We get so much mana out of it, though. Hard choice. What's the other option? Green's not going to get us anywheres. I think we have to risk this. Nice. Okay, that was worth it. 100% worth it. Only problem is we still don't have that good of an option on the board. Despite that happening. I'm so tempted just to do Flameifer here. What's the most populated color? Green? That's technically worth it. I'd rather do it on yellow or red, but they're just not high enough. Red would be the next best, though. Because then we have Divine Spell Quillen. Good, we did land extra turn. Okay, do we have alignment? No, should have went for greens. Let's see. Let's take this over and hope we get alignment from it. I don't believe we do. Yes, we do. We won. It's over. Okay, that's a match. That would be a match. I kind of want a Flameifer here. Not Flameifer, I mean, well, I don't want to ruin our alignment there. Is there a way to skull and still have it? Oh, don't you summon spam. Don't you start that. I know, we created more green as we already did the ability that utilizes the green. Let's do this on the yellow. Feeds in everything. It's only one less than green. Should be able to land, and it did. Alignment, where are you? Rouse thou. Yeah, we have alignment. We'll go for it. And a smash. The good old infinite loop of Divine Spell Quillen. It's not a true infinite, but normally an infinite's enough to win. And that's all that matters. At least in a PvP-like situation. Are we going to be up against 4 or 5 life and death teams today? That's going to be really annoying. I'll stick with this though. Oh, I didn't double check. Is he using Frost Mage? Sometimes people trip it up with Frost Mage. No good. He's using Orb Weaver. It's very rare that someone will not use Orb Weaver, but sometimes they do. And because you're kind of expecting it, because that's one of the main reasons why people even change it to something that's not Orb Weaver. Everyone just kind of assumes, oh yeah, that's Orb Weaver if you're doing that team. But sometimes it's not. And then they'll like trip it up with like a Frost Mage or something. Which normally makes the team weaker, but if you're not expecting it and your team gets hard countered by freeze, it can sometimes make you lose. Once again, we have a really horrific starting board. He has yellow to purple, which we cannot stop for an extra turn for him. That is very bad. There's not a single thing we can do to stop that. Let's take a red for now. Oh, of course, it gives him even more mana. Wonderful. Alright, luckily that 1 doesn't do much. Oh, we do have a Tangle to deal with, though. I think we give him a skull. At this point, the mana is more important. So, you need to not die. We do not have alignment, though. Do we skull distract here? He's about to throw an AoE. That AoE does basically nothing. Though the skull also does basically nothing. Ideally, I'll want to take mana of something we need right now. Oh, I'll just go for it then. Just need a cleanse would be great. Wrong cleanse. Let's see. I need you to get rid of Death Mark, and I need you to cleanse. Alright, he doesn't have anything he can do with his next turn. almost want to take that blue just so he gets distracted into it. I'll take brown for now, though. Okay, good. We got the cleanse we needed. Unfortunately, we don't have the board we need. And it is not worth casting on this board. I can start poking him with skulls, though. Though I am more tempted just to take a brown, throw down Flame of Fern, and win as long as Quillen doesn't die. Actually, Quillen has alignment right now. Can we win off of this? I think we can. Let's start the loop. Okay, let's convert away everything. Kill all the things. Get all of our mana back. Double check for our alignment, of which we don't have on you. And do we not have it on either? That's kind of... Oh, no, we do have it on you. So we'll go for that. Get the kill. Unfortunately, resummon. See if we have Quillen. We do not have Quillen. So we'll go take all the yellows. How about now? Still don't have Quillen. Still don't have either of them. We'll take purple. How about now? Let's see. Nope. Let's try this again. How about now? Please, alignment already. How about now? Let's see. Somehow still no. Okay, I think we might have finally not hit an extra turn. Might have to go for yellow here. The only problem with that is if he gets Weaver, we die. If we miss, we die. I'm tempted just to take a skull. Oh, wait, never mind. I already have alignment right over there. Hey, we finally have alignment. Almost didn't see it there. Do we have skulls? Yeah, okay, we won. There we go. That should be the last of the everything we need. And then we get another convert. Can you please stop summoning? Luckily, he's gonna be dead after his next poke, so we can't possibly summon anymore. I'll take that. See? Nice infinite loop. Just takes a billion extra turns on the board to finally get there. Alright, next enemy. Hey, something that's not life and death. Though he does have lust, that could be kind of annoying. We have extra durability, though. What's the point of this team? Oh, I know what the point is. I might need stun. Wait, Monk has stun, though. Do they have to hit skull on us? Oh, no. Oh, no. I know exactly what this is trying to do. We might have to change our team. That's a very annoying lust. What's a yellow weapon that has stun that's targetable? Deal damage to an enemy boosted by part... Oh, no. You're to first slot. You were by probably first slot as well. You don't do it. Pull an enemy to first, deal damage, and stun them. The one time Lion and Tiger is better than Rope Dart. Wow, okay. What is this weapon from? Isn't this just a standard weapon from Leonis Empire? This isn't the $5 weapon, is it? I don't think so. It seems too good to be a $5 weapon. But, oh, I guess we're going that. I kind of have to. Because we have to target a Lust so we don't auto-lose. Because the second we kill Lust, we basically win the battle. So we target this on Lust and then we win. Lust doesn't have Stealthy, right? I don't think it does. No. Good thing it did. Could you imagine if Lust had Stealthy? Though in that case, you would just stun it with an AoE stun, but still. There'd be colors that wouldn't have it. Do we want to change our banner? I think we'll just leave it as is. And all we have to do is just rush down, cast on Lust as quickly as we possibly can by taking like a yellow or something. Because we have technically +0 blue right now, even though we have -1, because Queen Aurora evens it out. So the goal is to get Lion and Tiger up as quickly as possible, cast Lion and Tiger onto Lust, and then we win. We literally win the second Lust dies. Though Fist of Heaven could still be a little annoying, but Lust is quite literally the only thing that's going to kill us. Any other adjustments? I think that's it. We just replace out the weapon so we could target Lust. Because this team normally has no good way of targeting out a big objective like that, since it goes from the top down. And we have to, he has so much resummon that we gotta kill out the Lust. Because the whole premise of this is it gets a charm whenever an ally dies. Firebomb will immediately die. Ogress has 2 things that can die between itself and the resummon. And then this thing keeps resummoning. So the whole premise is it just kills you off of Lust. But, yeah, if we kill Lust, then we won't die. Because that's literally the entire team. Well, technically Fist of Heaven, but most, like, 90% of the team is Lust. 80%, 90%, somewhere around there. Alright, I don't think we need to change anything else. We're set to seasons right now. That's also fine. Because we're going to move it to first slot. So, it's kind of like a rope dart that doesn't have extra turn. You would almost never use Lion and Tiger because rope dart in nearly every situation is better. However, this is the 1% of situations where Lion and Tiger is actually better than rope dart. Though theoretically, rope dart wouldn't hurt to use here. But I want to make sure we stun it even if it's not dead yet, just to make sure it doesn't have charm anymore. But this is that literal 1% where this is actually better than rope dart. There's a few weapons that are like that, where you would almost never use them under any circumstance, except for something ultra specific. And this is that very ultra specific instance right here. So we're gonna take yellow right off the bat. Main premise is move it to, oh gosh, even has that. Alright, we need blue surge because I don't actually have the extra one. No! I should have changed the banner. Do we have alignment here? No. I can just take a yellow though, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, so all we have to do now is just target Lust and we won. It's already over. So let me target Lust first, and then we'll spam everything and then we won. As long as we still have alignment after we cast on Lust, we already won. So, click Lust, and now it's stunned, so no more charms. And now we kill it out all the way. Alignment, where are you? That's a problem. That is a slight problem. We have no alignment. Let me double check. I'm not seeing it though. So if we cast out that, we don't get alignment. If we cast out the other thing, no alignment. I think we just take a... actually, I might want to take a purple here. Purple or green. It's more important to get Queen Aurora up here. See what the new board he gives us is. Lust, why aren't you silenced anymore? You're supposed to be silenced. Oh, I should have cast Quillen first. That would have been better. I didn't see the purple or red alignment. Though we do have the other alignment, so I guess it's not going to matter, is it? So we'll do that. Divine Ishbala, where's your full mana at? I'll take that. Now you have full mana. I'll throw that down. Grab a... I'll take a skull. No alignment? That's unfortunate. Just double checking all the options. I don't have a way to drop that either. I'm almost tempted to do this under purple and try to get the potion. Because purple does feed back to itself. Ah, we missed. At least the only thing we're feeding is a bandit. That's not going to do anything, pretty much. We should have Quill in alignment now. Somehow we don't, even though we created so much purple onto the board. Alright, let's just throw this down. That should be enough to win. We do that. If you could stop summoning, that would be great. Imagine if he still had the Lust. We'd be dead like 1,000 times over. Because we'd keep damaging ourselves every single time we skull spam him. And we would be dead by now. Luckily, we got rid of Lust immediately. Problem. This board does not have an option. Also, I can't target hero because this doesn't have stealthy. I do want to move that to first slot though, I think. Because I'll make sure it doesn't get resummoned. Plus, it also makes it so all the summons that it does will be behind it, which is very important, so we can actually kill this and then worry entirely about hero. But yeah, I don't think this team is actually built to win. I think it's supposed to delay the battle so that people get less points. I think this team kind of assumes the player will win. And in doing so, it just tries to mitigate how many points they get. Because the more turns that go by, we're technically getting less points. After a certain point. I forget exactly when that point is. But you generally want to win towards the quicker side. Because it does eventually start taking away. And even if you actually turn spamming, it still counts as turns. At least for scoring anyways. So the logical thing here would be to move it to first slot. Though, I think we're just going to spam it with damage. And hope it works. Though that was a really unfortunate movement there. I think we move it to first slot here. It's just so important that we kill it out. Plus that stuns out everything. Well, except for its ability. But it stuns out all of its traits. Oh, I should have Quill in there. Oh, I don't have Quill in there, man. It would help to have the cast that you need to cast, to actually cast the cast. We have lethal right here to go kill it out with Skull. However, I want mana. Unfortunately, we missed. Okay, hero's dead. Problem solved. Also, Rope Dart would have actually kind of been perfectly fine here. The biggest concern was to make sure Lust didn't have its trait, though. There are quite a few instances where Rope Dart would have gotten more value in this battle. I'm still happy with the change we did, though. Because the stun just made sure it wouldn't get anything crazy going. Also, I believe it can trigger Charm off of itself, so if you have it stunned when you kill it, it won't get the Charm off. Alright, let's switch back to a natural weapon now. Flamafall. Do we want Cleanse against this team? No. Because if he's looping, we're already dead. So we're just gonna go for damage. If we're at the point where we need Cleanse in this battle, we already lost. Let's see. Very bad starting board. Very, very bad starting board. So that helps it a bit. Alright, tell me you have alignment. The answer is no. Can we make anything work? Probably red. That's not a red. That's a red. Alright, we won. It's over. So we'll do that. I'll take that down. A little bit mana short. I need 1 mana. Come on, Divine Spala. Is there any way that we can guarantee ourselves mana? No. That one had a higher chance, so we went for it, and it did it. Alright, we'll take that. That should give us all of our mana back. Take that, we win. Okay, what else do we have here? They don't have alignment, do they? I'm gonna target green, as weird as that may seem. Oh, we missed. Oh no. I should have went for yellow. Oh no. The whole point of doing that was having a higher chance to extra turn. But it gave him what he needed. End your loop. Cast Bandit already. Good. Okay, we're fine. That could have gone way worse. A struggle of giving a Goblin team green. There was the most amount of green on the board, so logically we would land extra turn. Unfortunately, it is still possible to miss. Flamethrower, go do a thing. That was not a thing. Luckily, the thing that uses red is dead, so it wasn't as big of a threat. Very big problem here is we don't have our second mana accumulator, or second skull spam, or whatever you'd want to call it. She is currently silenced. We could kind of cast out of this, but we don't have alignment. Because we could do this and try to get Bless on her. It's not guaranteed, but if we had alignment, it's worth it. Okay, we do have alignment now. 50% chance, go. We got it, we won. Okay, it's over. And I was kill out the rest of the team normally. Unfortunately, Quillen, 2 mana short. Very, very unfortunate there. Because now I can't cast Quillen. Now we can. Unfortunately, we don't have alignment now. Oh, what do we go for here? It all looks bad. Tempted just to do it on yellow. Are we gonna miss round 2? The answer is no. Even though there was even less than the thing before. Alignment. We do have it, so we'll go for it. It was also worth moving the other thing over. We have enough skull damage to kill hero. The only problem is we don't get extra turn. I think it's still worth it, though. Oh, not if you agile, it isn't. Oh, no. Oh, no. You only have 20%. How did you agile twice in a row? Come on now. That's not good. Also, why did I think that was an extra turn? I was thinking it was an extra turn there. It very much was not one. I think we had Skull and then Flamethrower. Or Flamethrower, then Skull. This one's more consistent. There we go. Alright, 4 down, 1 to go, right? Was that our 3rd or 4th? Pretty sure that was our 4th. Though some of these are taking forever, gosh. Yeah, that was our 4th. Well, we're tied back up with them. And, yeah, we're definitely beating them right now. As soon as we get our battle in, we're beating them, and we have 6 other battles down on them. So we're really ahead right now. Alright, another life and death. Pretty standard. So we were up against 2 really weird team and 3 life and deaths. Okay, seems about right. Seems like a normal guild war. Though no double empowers today. We did not have to face a single double empowers. That's good. A lot of single empowers though, but no doubles. Yellow to purple. That will do basically nothing to us. If anything, that would almost help us because we're about to get Quillen mana. Actually, he might not even get a turn. We might turn 1 him. Do we have alignment? Yes, we won. It's over. No, you're supposed to have alignment here. What are you doing? Oh, no, we do. Okay. We'll take that first. Problem. We didn't get full mana off of that. However, this should land. Good. Now, what's the board looking like now? Problem is, we don't have enough things on the board that create skulls right now. A lot of other stuff. Not enough skulls. Oh no, we got to resummon spam time. Alright, do you have alignment? Yes, so that should be enough to get us realigned. For Divine Ishpala. Do we have a recast on her? We do not, but we can move enough forward that'll probably make a recast. No, we'll just take that for now. What else do we have? Can we cascade that to the other thing? Let me take it down to yellow. Do we not have any guarantee location here? I don't think we do. I can take double skull poke, but that's not any guarantee extra turn anywheres. Actually, it is. Hold up. That actually is a guarantee extra turn. There we go. Because the 3 cascaded to the 5 times. Okay, do we have alignment now? Unfortunately, I think the answer is no. That's just some kind of weird move again, like the previous turn. Not seeing any though, because that's going to get combined before it reaches its destination. I might just try creating yellow. He uses yellow though, but he also uses green. We could try red. That's not feeding into anything. Well, we could Flame Refer, actually. I'll go Flame Refer. Oh no, it resummoned, but we had enough damage to kill. And we still got the extra turn, so I guess it worked out. Problem though, oh, never mind, we did. I was gonna say, we didn't get alignment, but we actually did. How about now? Take that. Grab a Divine Ishpala, and that's match already. Actually, I just cast to kill him right now. Oh, I want Fun Cascade though. There we go, Fun Cascade kill. Off a sky. Ah, there we go. What on earth do we score? I'm not even sure what the guess is. I want to say 9,400 because some of them were really slow. Yep, called it. Well, pretty much. Yeah, we had 2 really slow ones. They were still wins, though. But yeah, now with less battles than them, we have a higher score. We have 1 whole extra person, and we still have a higher score than them. So we should definitely win today. Yeah, that means we got extra XP all weekend long for the guild. Nice. Also, even though we're shown in 3rd to last, if we just beat them, we should be around, like, right here. Once we have all of our battles in. Only reason it seems like we're so much lower is we don't have the other battles in yet. But we should very soon. So we're missing 5 people currently. Let's say they get averaged 8,000. 8,000 is 40,000 more. That means currently we have 39,000. That means we are pretty much first place, definitely second. If everyone did their battles right now, we're in 1st or 2nd, depending on how they perform. We're in a very solid 2nd right now if everyone actually did their battles. Which is kind of obvious because we literally just killed out the 2nd place guild. We just need everyone to get their battles in. But, yeah, it just looks like we're low. Everyone does their battles later in the day, apparently, like we do. Or at least a 1/3 of the guild does. Anyways, did I not say hello to everyone at the beginning of stream? Hello, Bill! Hello! I think it does the Guild War thing. Guild Wars always throws it off. Hello, because we get so concentrated. But anyways, hello Bill, hello Dizen, hello Defiant, hello Interception, hello Cookie, hello Isabel, hello Mr. Jesse, hello Cookie, hello Draco, hello Gustavo, hello Lestat, hello Hong, hello Tyrion, or hello Bishka. I forget how to say your name correctly, Tyrion. That's just how I naturally pronounce it. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Wild. Hello, Mambarashi. Hello, Bishka, and hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so. Where were we? We did that, we did that. Let's go claim our key. Let's go claim out dungeons real quick. And then we're going to go farm like crazy. Because it is still Vault Event weekend. And we should hopefully have 100% EXP tomorrow as well. As well as today, of course, which we already know we have for sure. Which means even more XP. We should hopefully hit level 1,675 by the end of this weekend. Definitely at least 1,674. Also, what are you doing getting submerged? You're supposed to be the free auto win kill battle. Can you please make a video from where you can copy Guild Wars defense and attack teams? We've gotten that recommendation quite a few times in the past. It's a little bit of a hard video to cover for the main reason of defend teams. The big issue with defend teams is if a person is missing even one troop, they might have to build completely different teams. If they're missing one of the any 24 troops? What's 4 times 6? 28. If they're missing any one of the 28 troops, it can be a problem because they might have to revamp one of the teams, and revamping that team might require changing up another team, which leads to a whole chain reaction of needing to revamp the teams to be different teams. And the other problem with that is a lot of them use mythics. So if someone's missing one of those mythics, they then have to go with almost a completely different set of defense teams, or at least a couple of them being different. Which is one of the reasons why it's a little bit harder to cover defense. Offense teams can be covered a little bit more easily, but it's another one of those situations where in Guild Wars you tend to run mythics. There's almost not a single Guild War day where you wouldn't run a mythic, for the most part. And the biggest issue that normally comes with showing teams forward is people not having the mythics and there being not really a decent alternative that's still just as effective. Because you normally have to use a weaker team in many of the teams where you don't have access to the mythic. Like the team we just used today would be a lot weaker if you didn't own Queen Aurora. It'd still be able to function, but in the specific way that we were using it, it'd be weaker without the Queen Aurora. Because that's what kept our mana up. Your next closest bet would probably be running Empower and just hope it gets good first turn. But then the loop capability is lower, because that Empower likely won't be able to help the loop as much. Alright, so we finish out all those. So now it is time to go grind out the events. The Vault events. Which I'm not sure why I switched back to Magic. It actually does not matter what medals we have set for what we're about to go do. Okay, so let's just go grind normally. And then we'll throw a Nomapalooza in a bit. As well as a code in a bit. How about this? First verse gnome we see, we'll hand out a code. How about that? If I could find where on earth my team is. Gnome grinder. So hello, Roman. Welcome. So hello, George and Jamie. Welcome, welcome. As well as, it's YT Flames. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's go back to one-shotting all the things. As is tradition during Vault events. Maybe I might try grinding up for a few hours tonight. Depends how awake I am in another hour or two. I definitely want to get a little bit of grinding. At least for an hour, if nothing else. Oh, why'd I do that? I forgot. We're not using Phoenicia team anymore. We just want the insta-kill. I said hello to Tyrion. I even mentioned that I am saying your name incorrectly. Oh wow, we already got one. Because you were mentioning it earlier and I completely forgot how to say it. But no, we said hello. And he even had a tangent on the hello. But anyways, let's go hand out a code, I guess. Maybe we'll hand out 2 codes this stream. I do have quite a reserve of them right now. And it is a Vault event weekend, after all. We'll see. But I did say the first verse gnome. We got a verse gnome already. Unfortunately, it's not verse 2. I should have said the first verse 2 Gnome. But let me go get you guys the code. How about this? If we can find 2 verse 2s, we will hand out another code. If we can somehow find 2 verse 2s. Let's see. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu, whatever game says right over there. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers in there. So I went NK. Give same order as always, 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And you probably want to save that gem key for next Friday for when a new mythic comes out. It's pretty good. First one that uses Uber Doom Skulls as well. But there you guys go. Enjoy. Unusable on PC mobile version of the game. And definitely feel free to like on the stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly, greatly appreciated. Alright, well, let's go back to the grind. And we'll hand out the other one a little bit later when we find 2 verse 2s. 2 codes. Is it Sunday? No. It does begin with S, though. I don't know. We might have 2 tomorrow night as well. We'll see. Because I'm pretty sure Kafka, like any week now, is going to send me more codes. And I haven't even started using the next batch of codes. Though I also haven't checked to see if any of the codes in the next batch even properly work. I assume so. So far, every code we've ever gotten from Kafka has been a real code. Or Salty has sometimes given us codes that have already been used. Or because she was pulling from the same batch at times. Yeah, Salty ended up getting a different job, but she's still doing contract work, I believe, for the storyline for Puzzle Quest 3. And maybe for some of the writing of Gems of War. But as far as community manager stuff, she probably won't be doing anything related to that anymore. Oh yeah, did we ever get announced who the new community manager is for Gems of War? I know who it is for Puzzle Quest 3. I'm not sure if they're making the Puzzle Quest 3 person do both of them. Or what's up with that. Because I would assume they would want to try to have a different community manager for both. Rather than use the same person for both. Also, luckily, we got the Mythic out of the way, so smooth sailing. Hopefully until we gain that level. Also, can we get anything other than that one specific verse Gnome? It's not going to help us if we keep getting verse 3. And we need verse 2, and partially verse 4, but mostly verse 2. And apparently we found the cluster as well, because we got another Gnome. With its shiny, useless topazes. Yeah, I've been starting to do some more writing work as well recently. It pays okay. Wonder how much Salty made writing the entirety of Puzzle Quest. The biggest issue with writing normally is, or at least for a client, is the amount of time that you're not specifically writing. Because you're almost spending more time just talking with the client than you are actually writing the thing sometimes. Hello, Poing. Welcome. Also, hello, Bernice. Welcome, welcome. Also, I started commissioning music for the first time the other week. He actually sent me another draft, and I haven't looked at it yet. Soon, TM. I'm slowly accumulating assets for a game. Very slowly. Because, realistically, we're not going to have a proof of concept for, like, another year. Probably won't even be in beta till, like, 2 or 3 years from now. Biggest issue is learning the coding part. But I'm accumulating some of the assets. It's going to take a while to accumulate anything anyways over time, so I might as well get it early. As well as things that can easily be shifted if the concept of the game changes. Like something like music. As long as it's like themed, like you could use the music for pretty much anything. Whereas it's not a good idea to get graphics initially in case you change things drastically. Also, I need to learn how to do sprite work. Because I have all the programs to actually do sprites, I just need to actually learn how to not be horrible at them. Because I'm horrible at drawing, but something like sprites isn't as bad. Because you only have so many pixels to use. I got a decent amount of verse 1. I think I have the most amount of verse 1 of any. It's just the verse 2s that are holding us back right now. Because I only have 8 Paloozas left, unless we get verse 2s. And every verse 2 we get for the next 4 is a whole Palooza. We should be able to run some amount of Paloozas this stream. But it's dictated pretty much entirely by verse 2. Which is why we'll hand out a code if we get 2 verse 2s. Because then we can also run Paloozas. She likes to wax poetic about herself? What? What is that sentence? Not sure what you mean by that. I never actually did see any of Salty's personal writing. Because of course the only ones we've really seen is the one that's in Gems of War and Puzzle Quest 3, though I haven't actually read Puzzle Quest 3 yet. I'm waiting until it fully launches with 1.0 before I read the storyline. I actually have not read the storyline yet for Puzzle Quest 1. I mean for Puzzle Quest 3 I mean. Puzzle Quest 1 and 2 we have. But Puzzle Quest 3 I have not. No, she didn't write Puzzle Quest 1 or 2. No, she did do 3. If I'm not mistaken, Surian wrote 1. It might have been a group effort for 2 or just Surian. And Salty wrote 3. You started this event with more verse 1s than others. Now you need only verse 1. Really? Verse 2 is definitely the one I've got the least of. Verse 1 we've gotten like 4 or 5. It's not that bad. I feel like verse 3 is the most we've gotten out of any though. Even just this stream we've already gotten 2 verse 3s and literally nothing else. Maybe they changed the value secretly, so that when they sell verses again, everyone will have the least amount of 1 and 2, so that they could then sell the bundles. Mwahaha. Or it could just be weird RNG. Come on, verse gnomes. You have 74 verse 3s. Ouch. That's a lot of verse 3. Yeah, I think verse 3 is my highest now as well. It was verse 1, but I think it's 3 now. Now they're pretty close to even. Let's go check it real quick. How many verses do I have right now? I know 2 is my lowest for sure. It's catching up. I got 16 verse 3s. It's getting there. I got 2 to stream so far within like 10 minutes. A friend had a farm when you were a kid, and one of the chickens had 1 leg. You don't remember if it was born that way or what, but it happened and flown around just fine. I guess it would kind of have to, too, compared to a normal chicken. Because normally chickens would become dependent on being ground-based. But if you only had one leg, you would kind of have to use your, you would have to use your arms a lot, or your wings, I mean. Like, imagine if a person had no, legs, but they still wanted to move around normally. Like, you'd have the buffest arms ever. So that's probably what happened with that chicken. Since it couldn't really walk around, it had to use flying. So it used a lot of flying. Because chickens don't fly too often, normally. Two-legged chickens. Like, they can fly, but it's not something they do often. And because of that, they're pretty bad at it. It's not like a normal bird where their main mobility is flying. Chickens' main mobility is definitely walking. Even though they have the capability to fly. But if you had one leg, it would probably fly a lot more. So it has more experience. I know it's already starting to lag. You know it's getting laggy when you go to that screen there and it's just black. Just a gigantic void of black. Your wrists hurt from moving the mouse around. That's one of the reasons why I like using a controller for this too. Less mouse movement. All you have to do is mash A button and move the mouse as needed. But mostly mash A button. Oh, there's verse 1. But I've been getting a sizable amount of verse 1. It's just verse 2 that we were having trouble with. Because we have 20 verse 1s. It's our highest of any of them. I've been getting pretty normal rate on it this weekend. Just the verse 2s that are hiding from us. Salty left us, both in the game and in real life. The Salty troop. Let's go through that now. So I wonder if they do next preview stream for Gems of War, who's going to be doing it. Is it just going to be Ozball, or is it going to be Ozball and someone else? Because obviously Ozball is likely still going to be there. But I don't think he's ever done one solo without another person. Though he probably could. He was one of the people who was actually a player before he became a dev for the game. And realistically, out of anyone on the dev team, he probably is, like, the least bad at the game. Overall. Because he played the game for, I think, like a year or two before, maybe 3, before he was ever actually, like, part of the dev team. I think we were even in the same guild together at one point. Like in the really early days of the game. He'd probably focus on gameplay rather than chat, yeah. I'm still pretty bad at that too, like trying to chat with chat. I normally focus on gameplay of anything we do. Because I am very bad at holding conversations on random things. Or in general. That's easy just to talk about the game. I'm gonna grind out these gnomes. Also, we're probably gonna need to restart this game soon. Gosh, it's starting to get laggy. Let me do it right now. We're literally just looking at a black screen. There we go. Let's go restart it. Loading, loading, loading. No signal. Yes, because the TV is off and the capture card is off. That's the thing that normally records the Switch. But, it is currently off because we don't need it right now. Okay, anyways, where were we? Back to the grind. It's in our mail. Boo, just, Volkies. All the Volkies. Where were we? Cinemirage. No, we could do any of the easy locations. I'm just happy to choose this one. As long as, one single 20 damage can one-shot the area. There are several where it can. This is one of them. They're in a nice little triangle. This whole area right here you can one-shot. Blackhawk, Wild Plains, Cinemirage. I believe there's a few others. However, these three are always enough, so you might as well just use the triangle. Also, there's 2 JRPG games coming up somewhat soon that we might be doing on the channel. The word triangle reminded me of it because it's called like Triangular Strategy or something. It's kind of like 3 Houses that we played 2 years ago? Isn't that 2 years ago? But it's kind of like 3 Houses, but a lot more in the art style of another game I haven't played, which we might try playing that before then too. Octopath Traveler has a really Octopath Traveler kind of art style where it has like a 2D HD kind of art style to it. Which is kind of interesting. But it's basically like that game combined with 3 Houses, basically. And the other one was announced a couple weeks ago. I think I might do it on the PC version rather than the Switch version, though. But it's called Voice of Cards, where pretty much everything's a card. Seems kind of interesting. Not sure if it's going to have enough depth, but storyline-wise, it's been getting kind of interesting. Gameplay-wise, the demo was pretty straightforward, though it was just a demo. So we'll have to see. Definitely not pre-ordering it. If we do cover it, it'll probably be like the day after just to see what the game is like. If it actually gets challenging enough. Because basing it off the demo, it was exceedingly straightforward. I use this as an interesting accumulating mana system, though. Where you get like 1 per turn, but then you consume X amount, and then you go down that amount. Art style for the game is really amazing, too. Let's see. Probably because they don't have to animate as much with how they went about it. Have the drop rates been lowered? No. No drop rates should have been changed, unless they secretly did something. This Vault event should be the exact same as the previous Vault event with absolutely no changes whatsoever to any nerf or buff. Well, obviously they wouldn't buff it. That's what Nomapaloozas was for. But, no, there should be no difference with this Vault event. I haven't seen anything that's really been different. Blackhawk, Cinemirage, Wild Plains. Yeah, those are the main 3. Drock Zoom. You said Blackhawk twice. Oh, the Blackhawk is the only one where you can one-shot one of the mythics. I feel like that mythic never shows up, though. The Megavore. I farmed there for hours sometimes and still don't get the mythic a single time. Did the last nerf affect the drop rate in the vault when you use a key? No. Vaults themselves have not been reworked for 2 years now. They got a buff, or was it last year, actually? Was it last year or 2 years ago? Actually, I think it was last year, during the pandemic. But no, vault keys haven't been touched since they were buffed about 1 year and 1 month ago. Last year's August, I believe it was. But no, they have not been changed. And the last thing that was changed on it was a buff. That gives them a 20% drop rate increase if you do it on that harder difficulty. And Epic Vault keys being added. Which, of course, isn't that new these days, but that is a feature that was only about a year old now. But no, they have not nerfed anything related to them yet. There is one thing that theoretically could be considered a nerf, but it barely changed anything. When Nomapalooza came in 2 months ago, 4 new gnomes were added to a drop table, those epic ones. Though they drop at such a ridiculously low rate that they don't really consume much of the drop table. They're like a 1 in 100 chance to get them or something. Gosh, another verse 3. Fortunate. We've gotten 3 verse 3s and 1 verse 1. Oh, that's funny. Oh, can we get 2 verse 2s now, please? Oh, that's really funny. We've gotten 3 verse 3s and 1 verse 1 right now so far this stream. 0 verse 4s and 0 verse 2s. Now just give us 2 verse 2s and we'll be happy. Oh no, we could try doing Blackhawk again. We were doing it last night, I believe. Or yesterday morning or afternoon. We were doing Blackhawk instead of Cinemirage. We can go back to Blackhawk though. I feel like I almost never see Megavore there when the Mythic appears. We give it a shot. Actually, there's no way we're going to get enough shards here. Let me go all the way through here and then switch over to Blackhawk. Because that's when the Mythic will be ready. Oh, so hello, Genki. Welcome. Hey! Verse 2, finally! Thank you. Okay, we found 1 salty. Now I just need 1 more salty and we'll hand out a code. Alright, let's go get another verse 2. We'll switch to Blackhawk. Because we're about to get the Mythic. Oh no, I personally feel like I never see Megavore. I'm calling it now. We will not get Megavore on this battle. And then we'll do it for like 10 more cycles, or not even 10 more cycles, but you know, we'll see another one, and then it's also not going to be Megavore. I'm not sure why. I feel like I never get Megavore here. Or maybe it'll prove me wrong by doing it immediately. Oh, I didn't have enough shards. Whoops. We're about to though. Yeah, verse 2 is my lowest right now as well. We're currently 3 down on verse 2. It was 4 until we got the 1 right there. Last Thursday you were doing class event and something weird happened. You killed a Valraven and lifesteal traits and didn't get 2 sigils. Is that a known thing? Who did you do it with? Yagwe? There's a glitch related to lifesteal traits, though I don't recall it ever stopping you from getting sigils. The glitch is normally a weird delay in the battle. Also, notice the lack of Megavore here. I never get Megavore. I'm not sure why it is. I can farm here for 3 hours and we will probably see 0 Megavores. Which is why I generally don't care which one of the 3 I do. Another verse 3. Gosh, stop doing verse 3. What is that now? 4 verse 3s, 1 verse 1, 1 verse 2. We're cursed with verse 3s. At this rate, we're going to have the most amount of verse 3s. And 0 verse 4s. So luckily we have a bit of reserve on verse 4. It used to be our lowest, but not anymore. But yeah, I know Yagwe's the most common one that tends to do it. Iron Gut can do it on occasionally as well. I never recall it deleting sigils though. But I know it does have a weird glitch. If you ever kill something with HP off a trait, what it'll end up doing is, I'm not sure if it applies to hero traits as well, but I know for sure it applies to Yagway and Iron Gut and any of them that are specifically normal troops off their third trait. But it has a weird glitch where the game like delays a little while for like a second or two. I never recall that specifically deleting sigils though. But it's been a glitch that has been in the game since forever. Since Yagway has been added to the game. Yagway has been in the game for like 4 years now. And the glitch still has not been fixed. It might just be something related to Unity that would make it too hard for them to fix, but I'm not sure. But the bug has been around since the beginning times. Or maybe not the beginning of beginning times, but since Shentang Kingdom has existed, the HP glitch has existed. Because that was before heroes even had all their traits and everything. And before Iron Gut existed, before factions existed. That glitch was still around. Theoretically, it has never not existed, but Yagway was the first one to ever have the mechanic. So it's been in the game since then. And it has still not been fixed. It's one of many, many, many glitches in this game that have gone on for several years. That I've just bothered to stop even reporting because they seem to never do anything about it. I'm pretty sure I've reported it upwards of 12 times. Nearly every beta test I've ever been in, I end up mentioning it as well. And it has never been changed. Also, why do I keep taking mana? Though I assume it's something with Unity that makes it so they might not be able to change it. But they never have addressed it, though. Or they have addressed it and I just didn't notice that they addressed why they can't fix it. Unless they are unaware of it, though I have no clue how they could be. A 3-hour farming stream in Blackhawk. I'm not sure about 3 hours, but we're definitely going to be going for some amount of time. Stream's not over yet. Plus, we'll hand out another code if we can find another Savage Lips. Although we could be here a while. She does not want to drop. I did say when we found 2 of her and we found 1. Also, once we find another one, we'll start at least 1 Nomapalooza, if nothing else. Still trying to stay above 10. We're currently at 9 Nomapaloozas right now. With it being dictated by how many 2s we get. Maybe I'll be streaming a little bit longer tonight and tomorrow night. Because we're going to have a 100% EXP bonus, so might as well. It's a Vault event and 100% EXP bonus. If there was any time to farm right now, would be the time. It's just so much more effective to farm now than at any other point. So I might as well get all of our farming in for the entire month right now. Plus, it's very rare where Guild Wars and Vault event coincide with each other. It doesn't happen too often. Hopefully we'll win tomorrow as well for Guild Wars. We still don't know till all the battles are in. It looks like we're winning. How much slower do you have to be to get better rewards? To a degree that's not worth going slower. You should never try going slower. And the main reason for that is most of the loot that you really want do not get affected by the percent. Such as Vault Keys and Epic Vault Keys. And Versus. But no, there's no point in going slower. Because even if you go slower, it goes by the lower to 2 values, and the other value is the team score difference. And even if you do Explore 12, you're getting reduced loot. Even if you took 1 minute, Though I think it's 50 seconds that you have to wait for. But even if you took 50 seconds and did Explore 12, you would still get reduced loot. Because the team score difference. Explore 12 doesn't have enough team score to keep up with late game stats. I think you're still like 5,000 above them. Or 10,000. Or something absurdly high. Like you're several thousand above them when you're at Explore 12. Because even if you did Explore 12 with waiting 50 seconds, you would get around 60% of loot or so. 50, 60, depends on your team score. Somewhere around there. And right now we're getting like 15%. So there's really no point, just winning quicker is better. Because we can already win more times than the percent value of winning once. On top of the fact that you're getting more chances at the other better loot. Also, when it comes to farming versus, you always want to use the quicker team. But even when it comes to doing Nomapalooza, you still want to use the quicker team. There's not a single situation where you wouldn't want to win as quickly as possible, even with the nerf. Last Vault Events nerf, that is. There's no new one this time. Oh no, the black screen has returned. The black abyss of the Black Hawk waters. Yeah, let's see if we can get a Megavore. How about this? If we find a Megavore, we'll hand out a code as well. If we find a second verse 2, or if we find a Megavore, we'll hand out a second code. Not one for both, but one for whichever one happens next. Because I have low confidence in Megavore pairing. Of course, it can only happen on the Mythic battle. But I feel like I never see it. You expected them to remove the 15-minute timer and make it a set amount of battles? That would be an interesting change. That would even make a little bit more sense because of disconnects too. Because I'm pretty sure they have some amount of report tickets mentioning, hey, I got a disconnect, could I get compensation, blah, 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 kind of thing. Because one issue with it being a timer is it doesn't actually, it keeps ticking down time even if you're not in game. Which is weird. Like that timer keeps going regardless of any other factor. Even if the game's completely turned off, the timer still keeps going down. And one thing that a set amount of battles would do is, for one, it could control how many battles you could do out of it. But the other one is, it would fix the disconnect issue. Well, for the most part. Unless you disconnect during a battle, in which case that one would probably get consumed. The one battle thingy. But it would consume a lot less than what, Hey! Okay, it's code time. It would consume a lot less than what a timer would. Because you're missing multiple battles when you disconnect during a battle. When you're doing it with timer. But there we go. Okay, we got 2 verse 2s. Let's go do Palooza. First things first, though, let me go restart. And while we're restarting, let me go get you guys the code. Okay, so let me get you code number 2. It's probably the last code we're handing out this stream. Just so we can hand out another 2 tomorrow. And that will be the last of this batch, which is why I wanted to do it this way. Because I have 2 more to hand out of this current batch. And we'll hand out those 2 tomorrow night. Stream's still going to keep going, though. Just know my codes. I'm looking for where on earth my code section is. There it is. Put that in there, put that in there, put that in there, click refresh, put the thing in the other thing, so I can get you guys the link. And here you guys go. There is the redeem code used on jumpsonwar.com with the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu, whatever game says right over there, or whatever here is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy and paste random numbers and letters starting with GW. And to give the same word as always, True Treasure Maps 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. There you guys go. Okay. I don't use one PC mobile version of the game, of course. So, let's go do a palooza. Let's do a palooza. You reached level 1,700, so elhay time. Sure, we'll go bring out elhay. Wait, you actually reached 1,700 already? Wow, you power grinded this weekend. Have you gotten sleep, Isabel? You need sleep. How much sleep did you get last night? Wow, that's a lot of farming. Though we have had 100% extra XP the whole time. Where do I check? How on earth are you 1,700 already? You're gonna be the highest level in the guild already. Oh wait, you already are. Nice. We're now the 3rd highest. We're no longer highest in guild anymore. But wow, you power grinded the last few days, last week, during Guild War week. Though it is the time to do it with the extra bonus. But yeah, we'll go get elhay. Okay, let me go get that then. Oh. We got the elhay. Right here. Good old elhay. I can get room for him here. There we go. I don't know, can you see him? Should be able to see him. It's around where the mic is. Should be able to see him. Here, put him on the mic. He'll be our pop filter. Anyways, we got to the elhay. Trying to put him in a way that isn't in the way of doing things. But now I can't type. He shall type for me. Luckily we don't need to type for what we're doing. Anyways, we reset the game, right? Let's go do palooza already. The first palooza of the stream. Let's see. Where is... Click that, click that. So how many do we have right now? We should have 10. Right? Where is it? There it is. Yep, exactly 10. Alright, let's go run one. Let me go double check any questions before we start a palooza, though. I saw a question mark. Hello, Alfredo. Hello, Azel. Let's see. For Guild Wars attack, do you need to use the color of the day? Yes. Or just different troops for each battle? No, for Guild Wars attack, you specifically have to use the color of the day, but you can repeat the same troop. Whereas defend is the exact inverse. You can use any color you want for your defends, but they have to be unique. But yeah, offense, they have to be the color, but they can be the same. But for defense, they have to be different, but they can use any color. So basically, it's the exact opposite, which is kind of confusing sometimes. But yeah, what you have to use for attack team is basically the exact inverse of what you have to use for the defend team. Where the offense team is based on the color, but you can use as many of the same copies you want. You can literally run 4 of the same troop, though that isn't really advised. You would not be penalized. You would not be penaltied. What word am I looking for? You would not receive a penalty for doing so offensively, but you would defensively. However, defensively, you can use whatever colors you want. However, they all have to be unique, otherwise you get penalized. So basically, they have the exact inverse penalty system on them, which makes it kind of confusing if you're somewhat newer to Guild Wars. Because the game somewhat makes it obvious, but not as obvious. I feel like it makes it more obvious for defend, because literally all you have to do is go to Guild Wars, and see if this number says 12,000, and if it does, then you did it correctly. But it's not as obvious for offense. Penalized. Penalized? Penalized? Words. Anyways, alright, let's go do a palooza already. Let me double check the last questions though. Does your shop still have the massive 20 elhay? The what? Not sure what you mean by that. You mean Sacred Treasure? Oh, that one shop. Does that one shop still have the massive 20-foot elephant? I have no clue. I haven't been there. I assume so. But yeah, that was a really nice plushie. That was like one of the best plushies I've ever seen. It wasn't like life-size elephant. Though, I don't know, if you count like a smaller elephant, it almost was. Like a mid-sized one, as it was like midway growing through. Like, it was absolutely massive. The elephant story? Oh, I was, it was at some kind of toy shop I went to with a friend when he was over vacationing here. And we were just going to a bunch of different shops because, you know, he's getting souvenirs and stuff since he's never been to America before. And we ended up going to this one shop that had like a bunch of, you know, like various toys, and they had like a whole plushie section, and they had like a whole safari thing, and they had like a near like life-size elephant plushie. It was amazing. It wasn't exactly life-size, but it was pretty large. Like it was minimum 15 feet. Or actually minimum probably 10 feet. But it is pretty large. Like it was literally touching the ceiling. It was that large. And it was a decent sized ceiling. Anyways, where were we? We did that, we did that. Okay, let's go do this Palooza already. Start the Palooza. That's not where the Palooza is. Oh, I'm using the wrong team right now too. Oh no! We're gonna waste like a battle worth of time. There we go. Okay, we're good to go. What was the shop called? I have not the slightest clue. Not the slightest clue what it was called. Oh wow, did we already get an epic Valky and a Valky in one? That was some kind of shop at the Broadway at the beach. In Myrtle Beach. Did we just get 2 epic Valkys in a row? I was somewhat looking at chat, so I couldn't see. Did we really just get 2 epic Valkys in a row? It sure looked like we did. That is some massive loot right there. I'm gonna double check. We did! I'm pretty sure that was. That first one definitely was one. The second one's kind of hard to tell. Went really quick. What a good way to start a Palooza. 2 epic Valkys! And it looked like both of them was an epic Valky with a normal Valky too. Really good luck. I guess I love the music that they did for this. I'm still curious how much they spent on it. Now that I'm pricing like music in general, it's something I haven't commissioned. Oh come on! What's with all the epic Valkys? Wow, we're just getting drowned in them. It's like I think we got more epic Valkys than normal ones. Yeah, commissioning music's a lot of fun. That's something I started doing like several years ago, like actually commissioning various things. It's kind of nice, just like paying someone money and then it's like, oh, you get something artistic. It's kind of fun. And now we're actually doing it for game assets. We'll probably post it to the channel at some point too. Though I need concept art for the character that it goes for first, and I have no concept art for the character. And there is 0% chance I could draw it myself. It's one of those situations where you know exactly what you want for it, but you have literally 0 capability to draw it. It's one of those situations. Please cast, there we go. Let me cast. I hate that it resets back to middle. I wonder if this Steam Deck will be able to set up some kind of weird format that will allow you to play Gems of War really efficiently. I didn't end up getting the Steam Deck though. The pre-order on day 1 didn't go through, so we weren't able to get the really early cycle. I might still be getting it though. If nothing else at this point, we could wait for early reviews. I guess it does seem like something I would use quite a bit. There's also a lot of really weird things that you could do with it as well. Like try to stream on the go. Because one interesting thing that you would be able to do is walk around while playing a game while still live streaming. It's an interesting combination that technically hasn't been that viable before. I guess theoretically there are some weird formats you could do on like a phone or something, or maybe like a tablet. But it'd be so much clunkier to do since they're not specifically a controller themselves. And you can't do it on Switch because Switch doesn't have the software to do it. Whereas something like a Steam Deck would have the software to do it. Why are YouTube stingy with their links? Not sure what you mean by that. You're pretty new to being an active member, and it doesn't make sense to you? Let's see. Oh, you said likes. I'm not sure. I do feel like we get a low amount of likes rather relative to engagement. Generally. Yeah, I know, I read that as links. Maybe we're not making quality enough content. Or people just forget. Because we can have a stream that reaches like 1,000 total views. And it would probably have like less than 50 likes. Though the stream's probably going to be closer to like, what, 300, 400, 500 or so. By the time it ends. Or, you know, by the time the YouTube gets this number. Hey, you like someone who begs for it at the end, not at the start. Yeah, I never mentioned at the start. Maybe that's my problem. That's something I never have done. Though literally mentioning it just makes it go up. Like, there's not a single instance where it doesn't, under any context. I try not to do it too much, though. We normally do it with redeem codes. Before I didn't do it at all. But then we kind of did it when we do redeem codes. Because that's about when some people stop watching, so it's a good time to try to get them to like before they leave. You've gotten... Oh, wow, that's just this weekend? Yeah, I was mentioning it earlier. It's still possible to get 1,000 Vault Keys in a weekend. That hasn't changed. You have to grind a lot longer than you did the first time when Nomapalooza was around. But it is still very much possible to hit 1,000 Vault Keys and 100 Epic Vault Keys in a single weekend. We've only done it once when it was the Super Buff weekend. But it is possible to do it at any point still. You just have to grind a lot. Like a lot. Like upwards of 12 hours a day. Maybe even more than that. For all 3 days of the Vault event. But it is still possible. Just takes a lot of grinding. Might be close to 18 hours, I'm not sure. It's definitely a minimum like 12 plus hours a day to still hit 1,000. That is technically possible. But how much we've done so far? We're already at like, what, 100? A little over 100? Because we don't know what we got after this Palooza. And we haven't grinded that much this weekend. Pretty much just our average amount that we normally do. I feel like I normally do about 10 hours most Vault weekends. And after this stream, we'll be close to like 6 or 7, I think. Actually, probably close to 7 hours. Oh, so hello, Link Fox. Welcome. They did a stream for 15 hours and had 0 likes. Oh, gosh. We've had streams on this channel where we've had 0 viewers before. Just because no one on the channel was interested in it. Though obviously it wasn't the full duration of the thing. Never have we had 0 likes, though. I don't think we've ever done a single thing that had 0. Except for the trailer for that one thingy, because I don't think it's physically possible for people to like it. Because the way that the trailer shows doesn't allow you to like it. It would like the stream that it's currently attached to. Oh, what I'm talking about is that one preview we tested the other week for Bounty Hunter. I'm pretty sure that one has 0 likes, even though it has a couple hundred views. But that's because if you like the page where you're watching it on, it likes the stream. It doesn't like the trailer. Which causes the trailer to get views, but not actually get likes. Because it's quite literally impossible to like it. Also, I'm very curious how many epic vault keys we got this time around. I think it's 3. And almost all 3 of those 3 happened within the first 10. 2 of them were in the first 2 battles. Which is pretty insane. Oh yeah, that's really dumb. When people mention like 70% or some X amounts haven't been subscribed. Because there are so many biased ways that you can make that number seem like ridiculously high. Like one of the easiest ways I could do it is if I go do a guide on, you know, any game that isn't Gems of War, pretty much. If we cover anything like that, and then we use that metric for, oh hey, like 95% of you aren't subscribed. But our actual rate's actually pretty good. It does fluctuate if I cover other games, obviously. But for Gems of War itself, we have like 50%. Like 50% of people who watch are pretty much subscribed, which is actually ridiculously high. But those metrics are really misleading because the average, I believe, is like 60-70% of people wouldn't be subscribed to watch you. Some people have really high numbers, but that's just because they cover content in a way that would cause that to happen. And we could easily bias it just by covering literally any other game, for the most part. It'd probably show like 90% plus not subscribed. Yeah, we haven't gotten that many new subscribers this year, though. This entire year, I think we've gotten less than 1,000. Though we also haven't been making as much content. We also took 2 vacations that took away, effectively, almost a month of making stuff. Though we did cover videos that one time, though the other time we didn't really cover much. Yeah, watching and clicking on ads do help. It's like literal pennies, but it does help over time. Because literal pennies multiplied by thousands becomes many pennies. You can become drowned in pennies. They add up. It looks like elhay's playing the game. It kind of does. I'm not sure if you can see it, but his arm's almost touching the gamepad as well. I don't think you can see it. But, yeah, he's trying to play the laptop. Feels so weird seeing such low glory numbers for that now. They really butchered the loot in that regard. You can't really complain too much because, gosh, they did not touch vault keys or epic vault keys. It is still insane. I'm pretty sure this Nomapalooza we've gotten about 20 vault keys and 3 epic vault keys. Plus whatever pity. Which is probably about 3 pity. Also, they still haven't fixed the glitch with Jewel Gnome. So this really got no nerfs compared to the previous one. They didn't even fix the Jewel Gnome glitch. Jewel Gnome still gives the full amount of loot. Not for diamonds, but for jewels. For whatever reason, they forgot to code the reduction on jewels. I believe it's the only resource they forgot. So instead of getting like 1 or 2 jewels or something similar, you actually get 20, the full amount. It still reduces it when you get a diamond drop, like right there. I think we got 1 diamond from the Jewel Gnome because it still reduces it properly. But it does not properly reduce the jewel number. You get 20 whenever you get a jewel drop from her. Meaning it's almost better to get her jewel drop now than it is to get her diamond drop. Just because her diamond drop will be reduced to 1, but her jewel drop will still be the full 20. Because they didn't code it properly. It's the only one that they forgot to do, though. Everything other thing was reduced correctly. I just noticed something. Did we get the full loot for that one battle? Wait. Did we? That's strange. I never noticed that. Hold up. I think we might have. Because it ended, like, right at the end of the thing. It sure looked like we did. Oh! That's interesting. There's actually a justification for doing them one at a time. I never noticed that. If you finish the final battle of a Nomapalooza, and the Nomapalooza has ended, like during the duration of your battle. So if you start a battle, and then the Nomapalooza ends during the duration of your battle, though you really need to know what your timer is exactly, you get the full loot for the final battle. There's only one out of, like, you know, dozens upon dozens and dozens of battle. But yeah, you get the full loot still for the 4. I never noticed that. So there is actually a justification to use them one at a time then. Because you get the full loot for the final one. And if you do use multiple at once, that wouldn't happen. That's interesting. I never noticed that. That's probably a bit of an oversight, though I highly doubt they're going to bother changing that. But yeah, you can get the full loot for the very last battle of a Nomapalooza with the 4 of them without having any of the reduction if the timer ends during the duration of the battle. So the timer's still going when you start the battle, but the timer has ended when you end the battle. We'll give you the full loot for the 4 of them. Alright, we got 25 pity. Let's go count up over our keys. So that's an interesting tidbit of info. Though you'd have to know your exact timer to do that consistently. Because the battle would have to start with the timer on, and it would have to end with the timer off. And with how quick the battles go, you'd have to know pretty much the timer to the dot to do that effectively. Anyways, let's go add up all of our numbers. So we got 25 there. Let me double check the 2 things again. It was 322 and 41. 322 and 41. 322 and 41. 322 and 41. So we currently have 116 and 14. Wow. 116 and 14. So we only found 14 of those. However, we found 4 epic vault keys, 2 of which were back-to-back right at the beginning. Another one happened like several battles after. And apparently there was a 4th one that I didn't notice. Because I thought it was 3, not 4. But yeah, 2 of them were literally our first 2 fights. That was really lucky. Except for the other one that we only got 1 on. And that one that we got 0, I believe. The other few were like really, really lucky. I think that's the second one where we had 4. We've had 2 Nomapaloozas with 4 epics. But there we go. Alright, anyways, let's go back to grinding normally a little bit. Before we do, let me go restart the game just so it doesn't lag again. Alright, back to finding verse 2. Go. Hopefully we can find at least one. Oh yeah, let's go back to Blackhawk. Let's see if we can actually find a Ironhawk. So far we found 0 this stream, and I personally feel like I never find any. Oh, I'm using the wrong team. Oh, this is still correct, but not as correct as this team. Gnome grinder. Insert gnomes here. If only we could find them. We can't grind the gnomes if we can't find the gnomes. Oh yeah, I want to go check that one thing. I was, that one metric that someone was mentioning earlier. I want to go test it on that one video that got a lot of views for, oh, I want YouTube Studio, not that. I want to go see real quick to see how biased of a number we could end up creating. I would never end up doing that in a video, though. If we did, it would be something on Gems of War related. Let me see. If I go check this real quick. If I go check, the metrics for this one right over here. And I click Analytics. Let's see, what's the ratio of that one that got like 7,000 views? So it got 7.1k views, which is a lot, or at least a decent amount. Not a lot, but we got 17 subscribers from it. However, what is the ratio of people who viewed relative to not subscribed? How do I even check that? I know there's a specific number somewhere. Where's the subscriber section? I'm looking for engagement, I think. Let's see. Why does it not show thing? Is underneath audience? I'm not sure where this metric is. I know it's here. I've seen it before. Okay, that would be hilarious. Yeah, this just shows how biased you could make this number. So that one video I covered on WarioWare the other week, that got a little over 7,000 views. 99.2% of people are not subscribed. That is hilarious. 99.2% of people who watched the WarioWare video the other day, or the other week, were not subscribed to the channel. Imagine if we use that metric. Hey, 99.2% of you are not subscribed to my channel. You should probably consider it. That is such a biased number. But yeah, those numbers mean nothing whenever anyone puts in a video. There are so many ways you can get such a biased version of it that is way skewed to not be correct. Because obviously, that's not how many people are not subscribed. For that specific video, yes. But in general, not even remotely close. Actually, let me go check. Let's see the Monday event video. Let's see what the difference is. So that's for, obviously, something else. But let's see. What's our actual rate? Because the Monday video is probably the most accurate one we could ever use for that. Since we're checking, I might as well. So what's the ratio of people who are subscribed who watch our Monday video? The one that goes over everything. Yeah, wow. We have really good metrics for that. Only 38.6% are not subscribed who watched the Monday video. Some of which might be people who don't even have accounts. Also, for whatever reason, the gender says 100% male, which I know for sure is incorrect. Because it's currently showing 100% of people who watched the Monday event video are male, which is, there's no way that is accurate. I'm not sure why that one says that. But yeah, 61.4% subscribed for the Monday video. That's ridiculously high. Anything above 50% is actually really, really high for how many people are subscribed for a any video you ever post. How many likes did we get on the Mario video? I'm not sure which one you're referring to. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure what my actual female metric is, but it has been going up. I know it's at least 10%. I know it is mostly male, but it should be at minimum 10% female. I'm not sure why it shows 100% male for the Monday video, because that's 100% incorrect. Which is weird, because the age metric looks correct, but the age metric is very wrong. Because it's literally impossible for it to be 100%. Even statistically, that's impossible that it would be 100%. Stop giving us verse 3. Don't do that. Oh, we're gonna have a problem of having too many verse 3s now instead of verse 1. Though we're still gonna continue to have the issue of not enough verse 2s. Oh, there's verse 4. We're kind of looking for verse 4, though not as much as we're looking for verse 2. Yeah, I'm waiting until Black Friday for a lot of the things I need to get. Oh, there aren't too many things I really need to get these days. Because we have pretty much everything. I am somewhat considering getting a new mic, though. If nothing else, to have a backup travel mic or something. Or even just literally just get a travel mic if we're not replacing this one. Just, you know, get a travel mic for when we go. So we don't have to use the internal mic on our laptop. Which for a laptop is a decent internal mic, but it's only so decent. Internal mics in general are really bad in laptops. Because it's kind of hard for them not to be. Did YouTube assume our gender? Yes, YouTube assumes that 100% of my viewer base on the Monday video is male. Even though that is obviously incorrect. Let's see if I can find the metric for the entire channel. Because I know multiple, like, dozens of people who are female that watch this, obviously. The YouTube's not tracking you guys. But I want to track the global one across the entire channel. Why is the thing dinging? Device setup? I didn't plug in any device, though. Not sure what that is for. Never seen that one. Let's see. 34.2% in the United States. 50%, 35 to 44. What am I looking for? I'm looking for across the channel, not that. Channel content. Analytics. Overview. I am looking for the total across the entire channel. Audience across the entire channel. Let's see. Recommendations for when we should be posting stuff. Interesting. I didn't know they had something for that. Supposedly, based on our analytics, YouTube thinks we should be posting stuff at noon Eastern Standard Time. Every single day. Really? Maybe it's because Monday video does so good? How about live streaming? That's kind of interesting. Live streaming, it says noon for Sunday, then noon, 3 p.m. for Tuesday, noon for Wednesday. These are all times we never stream at, for the most part. Thursday it says 1 p.m., Friday it says 1 p.m. That one we do occasionally, for streaming at 1 p.m. on Fridays. And Saturday at noon. That's weird. You'd think it would be biased to automatically show it for 8 p.m. Because 8 p.m. is when we stream every night. So it'd be biased to try to show it there because it's when we stream every night. I have no clue why it thinks I should be doing everything at noon. It thinks I should both post a video and stream at noon. Every day. Let's see. Supposedly 52.3% of people who watch us are subscribed. Which means 47.7 are not. No, it's kidding. That analytics always very biased, though. There's so many things that end up biasing it. Though anything above 50% is already absurdly high. You pretty much have as high as you're realistically going to get if you have over 50%. And we have 52.3, so we're fine there. Yeah, 6.3% female. I finally found it. That is higher than before. Though I was assuming it'd be closer to 10%. I know for... Oh, I just realized, as I've been checking all this, we got another verse 2. I didn't even notice that. Just checking all my analytics. Yeah, according to YouTube, 6.3% of people who watch this are female. Which seems slightly off. It definitely feels closer to 10%, if not higher. Like 10 to 15%. It's definitely lower, that's for sure. Like at most, it's like 1 in 5. But it definitely seems higher than 1 in 20. But according to YouTube, it's not the case. Though according to YouTube, we somehow have 100% male on our Monday video, which is obviously incorrect. Yours shows 5.9% female viewers. Interesting. I would expect yours to be higher since you are female. Because generally females have higher female numbers. Though games in general have lower female numbers. Unless it's like a really female targeted game. Oh, what do we take her? Throw that down. What do we take? I wonder. Dust Devil, or Dust Devil? The choices are very vast. I do feel like the female population for Gems of War is decently high, though. But apparently they don't watch content. Because if I had to guess, Gems of War's female players is at minimum 40%, if not higher. Of course, we may never know, because only they have those metrics. But bare minimum, it's 40%. I wouldn't even be surprised if there's a higher female player base than male for this game. But for whatever reason, females don't look up guide videos as much. Or live streams, or anything related to the game. Not sure why that is. Because there's no way Gems of War's player base for females is lower than 10%. It's minimum like 30, 40, if not higher. But as a demographic, they don't look up content as much. Video content. Which is interesting. But yeah, that's one nice thing about YouTube. It does give you 1.5 billion data. That's one thing I don't believe Twitch really does that well. Though I'm not sure what Twitch's backend looks like these days since I haven't used it for 5 years, so maybe they added more there. But I don't recall them having particularly good metrics or really anything that it really tracked. YouTube tracks nearly everything. It probably even tracks when you guys breathe. It tracks like everything you could possibly really want to know. Gender inequality. Imperial. If anyone's losing any other questions that you want me to go over, let me know. We'll probably throw one more Nomapalooza at the end of this stream. I do want to grind a little bit more of the gnomes first, though. And then once we finish that Palooza, we'll probably call it a wrap. Wait, what did Tyrene ask? I didn't see the question. Oh no, the black screen of death. I would definitely need to restart the game one last time before we go do that Palooza. We'll farm a few more down. Then we'll go reset into a Palooza and we'll end it there. That's gonna take 15 minutes, of course. Try searching YouTube for female armor in video games. Equality. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, there's a lot of weird things that some games do for that. Because they leave it like so exposed. No 3-hour stream? No. Probably closer to like 2.5. Or 2 and 15. Or slightly over 2. Tomorrow night we might go for 3 hours, we'll see. I still haven't actually even had dinner yet, so I do need to stop at some point to eat. To consume substance. Also, before we start Palooza, I should probably drink water. Stay hydrated. Ugh. Hey, there's also no way to know if they've truthfully identified their gender, too. Very true. Alright, let's go Palooza already. The final Palooza. Before we do, though, gotta restart the game just so we have absolutely minimal lag. Oh, why'd I bring it back to this page? Go back to Gems of War. Also, gosh, we have over 13,000 hours in this game still. We will eventually hit the 15,000 mark. If you count every account we've ever done, we're pretty much already at 15,000. But specifically this account, not counting mobile version, it's saying 13,000. Actually, I could just throw it on screen. Showing 13,218. We're getting there. Sometime next year it'll probably be 15,000. Which is absolutely absurd. Amount of time. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 games that I might have higher in. The entirety of RuneScape's existence and Warcraft 3. Those might be the only 2 games I have a higher playtime in than Gems of War. Though Gems of War definitely has the highest relative to time it has existed. Because RuneScape has existed for, what, 2 decades now? Though I've only been playing it for on and off for 18 years, I think. Oh, I don't play it now. I haven't played it for years. And the other one's Warcraft 3, which I played a lot from 2003 to 2013. I played it a little bit since then. Though the most recent thing that they did a year and a half ago where they made an updated version of it that completely butchered everything on it. They somehow managed to make a 20-year-old game, or 18-year-old game at this point, worse than what it was. Like, they somehow managed to unrelease a game that was already finished, where they took the game, they took out a bunch of features, made everything worse, and then re-released it incomplete, which I have no clue how you could possibly do that. It still makes 0 sense. I'm pretty sure on Metacritic it still has like a 0.4% user rating, because they basically killed the game by somehow unreleasing it while still officially having it released. It's very weird. I've never seen that happen to a game ever before. Where they took an already established game that has a community, and then they re-release it, force you to have to go to that update, and then make that update incomplete, so it's not even a complete game anymore, even though the game has been completed for like 18 years. And then do that. And then be like, oh, we're going to charge you again, too. I didn't buy it again. Luckily, you could use the previous version. Anyways, let's go do this Palooza already. Palooza. Palooza? Palooza. I almost crafted Imperials, though. That'd be perfectly fine to do. Give me those Imperials. Imperial. Alright, let's go Palooza. Final Palooza of the stream. Final farming of the stream. Oh yeah, I'm not using the correct team right now, am I? No! Doesn't take that long to switch. No, it does if I misclick, though. I wasted a whole battle of time. Let's see if we get some good loot. Oh no, it's trying to tease us with the epic Vault key. That's not an epic Vault key. It's a mythic ingot. Trying to pretend to be a mythic Vault key. I really wish they would remove that drop from the drop table. Just for the sake of it just not appearing. So whenever a mythic drop appears, it's always epic Vault key. Because those things are so trolly. It's like, oh, it could be a good loot. It has a mythic border. And then it's like, oh, never mind. It's useless. It's so unfortunate that they both have the exact same border. And they're the only 2 with it. So it's either you're getting something really useful or something completely useless. The elhay stream. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a weekly elhay stream. We'll bring back elhay. Let's see. Throw that down. Another mythic ingot. No, stop doing it to us. So far, our drops have been really bad so far. This cycle. This Palooza. The previous one was really good, so maybe it's making up for the overly good luck by giving us overly bad luck. Oh, there's a Volky. Well, so hopefully we can get a verse 2 during this. That won't be exactly at 10. Because they do still appear. Just a lot less often. But they're still around. Hey, Epic Volky, that's what we want to see. Nice. So we're already at 15 of those. I wonder if they're ever going to add something unique to Epic Volkies. I feel like they might now that there's so many in circulation. Because now Epic Volkies are like what Volkies used to be as far as their quantity. Like the rate that you used to be able to get of standard Volkies prior to Nomapalooza and everything is the rate at which you get Epic Volkies now. Oh, we got 2 of them. Because something like 10 to 20 Epic Volkies in a weekend. That's like how many Volkies you would have gotten previously, not counting Pity. And now that's basically how many Epic Volkies you get now instead. While also getting 1 billion Volkies. Yeah, our final numbers by the end of the stream should bring us to over 150 total. Actually, we're pretty much already at 150 total. Let's bring us to almost like 175 or 170, somewhere around there. Actually, what am I saying? We're already past 150. We're at 155. So yeah, this should bring us to like 175 then. Which means by the end of this weekend, we should have a minimum 200 total keys among all 3. Which is about what we normally get. I think last time we hit closer to 250, I think. But we had more Paloozas to use last time compared to this time. We kind of used up most of our reserve. So we actually have to farm any of them that we're going to be using. Which is why our numbers seem a little bit lower this time around. Even though we're farming for about the same amount of time, we have less Paloozas to use. Not because we're farming less, but because we just had less to start with, as far as spears. So that means pretty much all of the ones that we used, we physically got this time around. Except for 2, because I believe we started at 11 Paloozas, and we're down to 9 after this one ends. Which means we farmed every Palooza we've used except for 2 this time. Ah, 4 glory gnomes. That would be great if it actually gave us good loot. Unfortunately, we get less than like 300 glory from that. At least one of them was a Volky. At least now we don't have to worry about... the only good thing about that now is we don't have to worry about will the glory drop be better than the Volky drop. Because there are instances where the glory would have actually been better. However, now the Volky is always better because the glory gives so little. Yeah, I might want to start having a timer for when we do Paloozas. Just so we know exactly when the end time is. To try to align for that extra loot. Because I didn't realize that was a thing. Until we just had it happen the previous Palooza. Where we can actually use it to get extra loot on the very last battle. It's not too big a deal. But it's a sizable amount of loot. Let's say we had 2 glory gnomes on it. That's a difference of around 1,000 glory. Is how much we would get if we waited just like those few seconds to align it perfectly. That's not a small amount of glory. If you were to farm it when it's not a vault event, that's pretty much how much you're going to get in an hour of farming glory. Yeah, simply timing it with one Palooza can give it to you. Assuming there's 2 Glory Gnomes there. Or one really lucky Glory Gnome. No, by the time you time it, it would not lose more time. For the most part. Because if you do the timer slightly before the other timer, you know the cutoff time, and that doesn't use any time to set up the timer to do the timer. The biggest issue will be getting it aligned. Because yes, that might waste 1 battle's worth of loot. But it would also give you the full amount of loot of every single thing in the battle. So even if you lose 1 battle's worth of loot for doing it, it's still technically worth it. Because you're getting the full 100% amount of loot for each of the things that you kill. And at most, it would just cost you 1 battle worth of loot in order to get 100% for a single battle. But yeah, the timing window is a little bit weird for it. Because you have to start it while the Palooza is going, but you have to end it when it's not going. We'll try doing it tomorrow night and see if we can actually get alignment on it. It's worth a shot. I'm pretty sure it's not considered an exploit. You'll literally have to use a whole Palooza just to do it once, so. And if it's not intended, you could do it so rarely. Because at minimum, or you're at the highest amount, you could do it once every 15 minutes. Plus it requires a whole Palooza to do it. And there's also a chance you get Jewel Gnomes on it, which would be really bad, because Jewel Gnomes are already pretty much given their full amount of loot. So if you get a final battle that has like 2 or 3 Jewel Gnomes, it won't even do anything, really. Ideally, do you want to see Glory Gnome or Normal Gnome? Or Soul Gnome even, wouldn't hurt. A couple Soul Gnomes is like an hour's worth of soul. Oh, maybe not. If you're using the better methods, it isn't as much. It's like half an hour's worth of souls. 1 single battle. If you get like 2 or 3 of them and you get the full loot from them. Theoretically, if you did a Nomapalooza and got the full loot on the very last battle enough times, it's like the pre-nerf Nomapalooza, just without the higher rate of verse gnomes. Is it that much slower to use Greed in verse 1? No. I've done it a lot in the past. It really just depends how you want to do it. But no, it's perfectly fine to use Greed in slot 1. The main reason we don't is more so because of the potions right now. If you explode a potion, it has a weird delay. And that's a really huge issue right now. It always has some amount of delay. But the biggest issue is if that one explosion randomly hits a potion. That wastes a lot of time. And that's the main issue why I don't have it right now. Once we don't have potions, I might go back to Greed. But during the duration of this season, it's, and this is the last Vault event that's affected by it, it's probably better to go with her. I might just still stick with her into the future, I'm not sure. It's growing on me a little. So you do get less gold. But it also goes ever so slightly quicker. Even when potions aren't around, it goes slightly quicker. But when potions are, the amount of time you lose for a potion getting exploded is exceedingly high. It's almost a whole battle's worth of time. But yeah, normally Greed isn't too much of a time loss, though. Greed is normally about, I would say 1 second slower when potion effects aren't around. And for that, you get a couple hundred gold. So to some people, that could be worth it. You get a couple hundred extra gold per battle, but it costs you 1 second per battle. Approximately. You use Sister during the Nomapalooza and Greed during the rest. Yeah, that would work too. Oh, double epic Volkey. Nice. Have we ever got a triple yet? I know for sure we've gotten double before. Still great to see though. Also, why'd the Mythic King get have to tease? Oh, another epic Volkey. Wow, we were just getting showered all of a sudden. 3 epic Volkeys in 2 battles. Back to back. Come on, let's keep the chain going. Don't stop now. Why stop now? Let's see 10 epic Volkeys in a row. Go. We got a 2, then a 1. Oh, you ruined it. And then a 0. Now go back up. Now give us 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Come on, 1 epic Volkey. Go. Keep the chain going. Boo. We broke the chain. Oh, 3 in 2 battles. Can't complain about that. Insanely good loot. Just making up for the bad loot at the start of this Palooza. Just wanted to cluster all of it together. Double Volkey there. Oh no, lag screen, go. Why are you stuck? Go, go, go. Hey, yeah, no problem, Isabel. Also, I allowed James if I didn't know to say hi. Welcome, welcome. I always do that. I'll answer someone questions, but I'll forget to say hi to them. Because I see the question mark. It's like, oh yeah, a question. But then I forgot it's someone who didn't chat yet. If anyone else still had any other questions, now would be a good time to ask too. Because once we finish out this Palooza and add up our numbers, we're probably going to call it a night for now. And then do the same thing tomorrow night. Do Guild War for Red Day? I'm pretty sure it's Red Guild War Day. And then, well, 4 Sonums. But do Red Guild War Day and then pretty much just grind. Oh, actually, wrong order. We'll probably go over all the previews for next week. All the spoilers. Then we'll do Red Guild War. Then we'll do this and just grind out the last of the Vault event. And end it with that. And we'll also have 2 codes probably again tomorrow. One probably in the earlier section, and then another one at some point during the Vault grinding. And that would end out the events. But yeah, if you still haven't grinded yet, you still have a whole day left. You still have 1 day and 5 hours left to grind out the event. So still 100% full day left of the 3 days. So still got time. And of course it comes back every 6 weeks. And it's very unlikely they're going to nerf it again next time. Since they didn't nerf it this time. And hopefully they're done nerfing it. Hopefully this will be how Vault event is going forward. Should be. Yeah, it's normally about every 6 weeks, so sometimes it's a little bit different. So the next one should be very early November. Hey, they're going to have a Vault event for my birthday. My birthday week might have a Vault event going on. Actually, what day does my birthday even fall on these days? I do not even know this year. It's November 4th. I have no clue what day that is, though. Oh no, we didn't get the extra loot from the thingy. Let me actually go double check. I'm curious now. Oh, we got a 20 off a tribute. Nice. So that's pretty much our average these days. 20 is not even as exciting. It's still amazing, like just getting 20 every hour whenever we claim it. Well, it's not as exciting now that it's not as high, but still great. November 4th is a Thursday, which means we might have a Vault event on that Friday, the day after our birthday. Perfect timing. But yeah, it's the Thursday before probably that Vault event, because it's really likely November or Friday the 5th is Vault event then. Though there's no confirmation that that is the day. But that's approximately when next Vault event should be. Actually, do we currently know when next Vault event is? I don't think we do. Let me double check. When is next Vault event? I don't think we know until next patch. I'll still go check. They might have data mined the beta to know. I am looking for weekly event spoilers. I am looking for Vault. I don't think we currently know next Vault. No, we do not. We'll know it when next patch hits. But yeah, it's likely November 5th or November 12th. Or the week before that. No, November 5th, the day after our birthday, is the most likely time. So that's Gems of War's birthday present to us. We got a Vault event then. Anyways, let's go count up all the numbers. So we got 27 pity. Let's go see what our total is for 2 days. Where are we standing currently? We have 9 Nomapaloozas left, I know that. We started with 11, so we slightly ate into them. But we have 27 pity. Epics I'm probably most curious about. How many epics are we at right now, gosh? We got a lot. We got 3 within 2 battles. Wow. We're at 19. We just got 5 within a Nomapalooza. I'm pretty sure that's tied at the highest. Have we ever gotten 6? I don't think we have. I don't think we've ever gotten 6 in a single Palooza yet. Oh, we just got 5. That is insanely good. How is our normal Volkies, though? That probably shouldn't be as high, given that. We started at 1322, which means we've gotten 30 or 135. Which means... Oh, no, we still got a pretty sizable amount. Really? Wow. We got 19 of those and 5 epics. And 2 pity. That was a pretty good Nomapalooza there. Wow. And that concludes our number at around... What is that? Like 170, 180? Looks closer to 180. Math. 20, 155. 170. 176. I think I did math right. 176 I believe how many keys we have total over there. I'm pretty sure. I just added that up in the weirdest way ever. Is that actually correct? I added that up in such a weird way. You couldn't see my head brain stuff, but the way I did that was so weird. But yeah, I'm right? 176. I need a calculator to prove it real quick. I did that in like the weirdest possible way. I don't think I've ever added something like that in that way. Oh no, 181. Oh, how was I 5 off? I did it in a really, really weird way, where you'd be 5 off instead of 10 off, where it wouldn't be a carry issue, it was a rounding thing, because the way I did it, I was like pre-rounding the things, but then I forgot to do the oh, I think I rounded one of them the wrong way and then added it back the other way. That's why I'm 5 off. That would explain it. But yeah, there's a weird way that you can add where you're actually going to be 5 off instead of 10 if you do it incorrectly. I almost never use that method of adding, but yeah, apparently I made that mistake. It's a really weird way. I'm not sure how to explain it within a single stream. Not sure if it was a proper technique. It's one that I use on occasion, ever so occasionally. But it's a weird method that will always make you, if you mess up, you'll be 5 off instead of 10 off. Because normally if you mess up, it's because you forgot to carry one. But there's another method you could do that will make you exactly 5 off. Because of how you round them. But anyways, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2.5 hours prior to now tomorrow. Probably going for a decent amount of time, similar to tonight. Exactly how long is in question, but it'll be the last of the little bit of grind. We'll see where we end up ending. Overall, pretty happy with the amount we did so far. We're definitely going to hit at least 200 total, that's for sure. Hopefully we'll find more verse 2 so we can actually repair back up to 10. And we'll go from there. Go over all the spoilers, do the last Guild War day, all the normal stuff. And go from there. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys then. And of course, on Monday, as we always do, we'll also have the event video going up over all the things throughout the entire week, as we do every single week. And tomorrow night will be dedicated to pretty much everything. We'll be doing a bit of Guild Wars, but going over everything going over the week. All the spoilers for that. And, of course, finishing out the Vault event. And if you still have time this weekend, there's still 1 day and 4.5 hours to go grind. So still a whole solid day to go get that done. If you have any time tomorrow, great time to be grinding, as it is very valuable to do so during these durations, especially with Guild War. Having 100% extra XP with Vault event, super ridiculously good loot. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, how many gaps did we run? This stream? 2, I think. We've done 6 total. 2 this stream. Oh, wait, is it 6 total? I know I did 2 to stream. I forgot how many I've done total now. I actually can't remember. How many did we do last night? That'd probably tell us. I think it is 6 total, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's 6 total. I know we did 2 tonight. And I know some number related to yesterday was 4. I can't remember if that was the morning stream or the entirety of yesterday. I think it was the entirety of yesterday. So that means I believe we're at 6 Nomapaloozas then, is what that number is to my right, or to my left. Well, to whatever direction that is. That's my left, your right. Because of how the camera is. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone.